There is something most people carry that has no visible weight and no outward sign, no common name in everyday language, and no space in the standard medical conversation. It is the slow accumulation of conversations that never happened, the things that genuinely needed to be said to someone and weren't. Not because the opportunity never existed, but because something always stood in the way. Fear, poor timing, pride. The quiet assumption, held for years, that there would always be more time to say it. And then time ran out, or the relationship changed beyond repair, or the moment passed without returning, and the words stayed inside, exactly where they had always been, waiting for a conversation that never came. What researchers in psychophysiology have discovered is that those unspoken words do not simply remain as thoughts. They become stored as physiological states. The body, which cannot distinguish between a resolved emotional experience and an unresolved one, continues to hold the tension of the incomplete communication in its tissues, its muscles, its autonomic nervous system. The conversation never finished. And so, at a biological level, neither did the body's preparation for it. Dr. James Pennebaker at the University of Texas has spent over 4 decades studying the relationship between emotional expression and physical health. His foundational research demonstrated that the active inhibition of important thoughts and feelings, the sustained internal effort required to keep significant things unsaid, is itself a form of continuous physiological work. It requires ongoing muscular tension. It elevates baseline cortisol. It disrupts the natural regulation of the immune system. And crucially, it does not diminish over time simply because the original relationship or opportunity has changed. The inhibition continues, and so does its measurable biological cost. His research also produced one of the most quietly revolutionary findings in modern health psychology. When individuals were given the opportunity to write privately and without consequence about experiences they had never spoken aloud, including conversations they had never been able to have, they showed measurable improvements in immune function, reductions in physician visits, decreases in cortisol, and significant improvements in long-term emotional well-being. Not because the situation changed, but because the body was finally allowed to complete what had been left suspended inside it for so long. For older adults particularly, the weight of unfinished conversations compounds quietly across an entire lifetime. The things not said to parents who are now gone, the apologies never made or received, the expressions of love that felt too vulnerable to speak when there was still time, and that now exist only as absence. These are not simply emotional regrets. They are biological loads sustained in the nervous system, silently increasing the burden on every physiological system the body depends on. What the science points toward is both simpler and more profound than most people expect. The conversation does not require the other person to be present. It does not require a response. It requires only expression, in writing, in voice, in whatever honest form allows the words held inside to finally move. If this video resonated with you, take a second and hit that like button. It helps more people find this content when they need it most. Subscribe so you never miss a new video, because every week we bring you research-backed insights to help you feel more like yourself again. And if you know someone who might need to hear this, a friend, a parent, a sibling, share it with them. Sometimes the most caring thing we can do is pass along the right words at the right moment. I'll see you in the next one.